so exciting. Hello, everyone. You know, the Real Estate Roadshow is like, it's almost like I manifested this because I started this. Mary Baggett is here. You're going to hear from her later. She was one of the agents that we did this about 10 years ago, maybe, I don't know, 7, 10, it all just kind of flows together. But we started this online page called the Real Estate Roadshow, and agents from different brokerages would all get together and we would meet there. This is before COVID and all of that. And we would meet and we would talk about all things real estate. And whenever Matt said, hey, let's do this thing and let's take this on the road, I'm like, well, I got the perfect page. I already have this halfway started. So I was just like, let's bring this back to life. And I went and found the page and brought it back to life. And here we are. And so it's kind of like goes with what I'm going to talk about today because it's a mindset thing. And I talk a lot about mindset and creating a vision and a plan so that you can make your dreams come true. And sometimes we have to pivot from those dreams, and sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't. But it's all about just designing what it is you want for your life. And it all starts with mindset. And so who am I to talk about this first today, though? So I've been a realtor for 23 years. I'm what I call a career realtor. Like I've done nothing but real estate for 23 years. I still have an active team back in New Braunfels, Texas. And we don't do 50 transactions a year anymore, or the last couple of years, but my entire career, that's about what I've done, either on my own or with my team. So I call that a career realtor because I've been able to raise 4 sons and see my grandsons and travel whenever I want to. And I didn't get rich from doing it, but I've lived the life that I've wanted to live. And that's huge. And that's all any of us can ask for. And if I can do this, anyone can do this. And I tell you all of that because that is, if you just design it and you can use the system that I'm going to share with you today, but it's really up to you. And it all starts with the mindset. And so what I want to talk to you about first today are these 4 pillars that I've designed in my own mindset and my own frame of mind that I stick to, because real estate could be overwhelming. You're going to hear a lot today. And so what I want you to listen for today is as you hear these agents talk to you and tell you what's working for them, write down what's missing for you so that when you walk away, you know what you need to go work on. But narrow it down into these 4 pillars, because I don't care what you're working on in your real estate business, you're working in one of these pillars: your mindset, your branding, your foundations, or your automations. And so whenever I hear these things, I know what I need to implement into my business because I know what I'm missing. And so that gives me the space to go work on that for a week or 2 and make sure that I implement. I perfect later, but I implement now. I go do it. I don't just sit around thinking, well, I really need to work on my CRM. I actually take the steps that are needed so that I go do the work. But it all starts with mindset. So I am going to talk a lot about mindset. I'm going to leave the rest of these pillars up to the other guests today because they specialize in these pillars. And I'm going to just really go into the mindset part because what we focus on determines how we feel. And how we feel, our state of mind, powerfully influences our actions and our interactions. And if our state of mind is in a place of power and dreams come true and love and kindness and courteous, like that's what we're going to go out there and we're going to seek, right? And then if our state of mind is negative and lack and scarcity and not feeling worthy of being able to do things, guess what? You're not going to be able to do these things. And anybody can do these things. You're a real estate agent and you have the power, like you pass that test. Like it's huge. You know, we got our real estate license and we were, what? Why are you giggling?
It's to pass the test.
Oh.
How many times some of us have taken
the test? Right, but you did it.
But we're here. Right?
We're here. Like it might, I didn't say that it sometimes doesn't take a lot of work to pass that test, right? But yeah, I mean, but how many agents get their license and then don't go do anything with it? They're like, oh yeah, I can't do that. But it's because they didn't design a business plan. An abundance plan is what I call it, because business plan just sounds so bad. So I call it an abundance plan. So that's what I want to talk about. And you're building your abundance plan. And at the end of my slides, I'm going to give you guys a QR code where you could go download your very own business plan. And I do a lot of different things for free online, monthly in my Facebook group, and it's going to take you to that Facebook group. So if what I have to say is what's missing from your plan today, then don't worry, you're going to be able to catch up with me later. I don't expect you to remember a lot of the stuff I'm going to share with you today, because there's a lot of other awesome agents here who have a lot more that might be missing, because a lot of it is the systems. Once you make up your mind that you're going to have the right mindset to go create it, now it's just a matter of finding the tools and finding the missing pieces so that you could put your puzzle all together and see the finished product. And then the things are just automated. That's why automations are so huge. So let's get into the mindset a little bit more today, because that's my talk is mostly the mindset. Because I mean, I would love to say who in here understands what I'm talking about, and the mindset is huge. Like, it's a big part of this gig that we do here. And so I want to talk for a minute about the difference in abundance and scarcity and our brains, right? So we have these neurons that are running through our brains. There's like these billions of neurons every day. I call them rivers. So that's why you see the little rivers. They're like rivers of thoughts that are going through your head every single day. And they're meeting each other over here, and they're meeting each other over here, and they're just flowing through front, and they're allowing you to make decisions today based on things that happened 20 freaking years ago. And you have to recognize these loops, these rivers that are in your head. And you have to understand, are they the rivers of scarcity and lack and fear? Or are they the rivers flowing through your head that are leading you to abundance, that are leading you to make the calls, that are leading you to build the plan, that are leading you to that life that you're looking for? And so that's huge. Notice that the scarcity river is like, it's flowing downhill, because that's the easy river. It's so easy to get on that river. Our minds go straight to, what if the bad stuff happens? Instead of, what if the good stuff happens? And where do you want to live? Do you want to live over here in abundance, or do you want to live over here in scarcity? And there's a lot more to this. I cannot make your dreams come true in the 20 minutes that I have today to talk to you, but I am open to have a conversation to tell you how I was able to change this in my life. Because guess what? I lived on that river for the first 35, 40 years of my life, because my dad was an alcoholic. He died when I was 18. I was divorced from my first husband, single with 2 kids by the time I was 27, and just doing all the things that my divorced parents did to me. I started learning, like, that's all I knew in life. All I knew was that scarcity and that fight or flight, you know. Whatever I got I wasn't worthy of it, or it was going to be taken away from me. I've had bedroom furniture that I got this dollhouse bedroom furniture set, and then the repo man came and took it. My mom got cars all the time. Like, she'd fix her credit, and then she'd get a new car, and then they come and get it. And the cycle just went on and on and on. And we moved over 18 times before I was 18 years old. I went to something like 13 different schools before I graduated from high school. The stories go on, and they're all of lack and scarcity, and mostly survival. So when I got my real estate license and I was in my 30s, I was like, game on, bitches, it's up to me now. Like, I'm going to do this. I am in control, right? I've got this. Like, I get to determine my success. But guess what? That mindset, those loops, that survival mode, it didn't go away magically. It didn't. I had to figure it out. I had to decide for myself what I had to do different. I had to search within. I had to look for these loops in my brain that were not allowing me to find success, even when I was successful. Like, I would still, my feet would hit the ground in the morning, and I was like, how am I going to rob from Peter to pay Paul? What am I going to do? I'm really good at the survival thing though. Like I always figured it out, right? But I don't want to live like that anymore. I want to be happy. I want to be joyful. I want to be full of love and kindness. And I want to help other people figure out how to make this change. It breaks my heart when I see a real estate agent drop out. Like that, there's enough in this business for all of us to have a deal a month. You think I'm wrong? Go check your MLS and see how many closings happened in the last 30 days. Could you not have had one of those if you're not doing deals right now? You can. And it starts with you. It starts with you. So how do we change this, right? Like everyone's like, okay, Dawn, what you're saying is making sense, but how do we change that? Like if I'm thinking negative and in scarcity, like that's just the way, that's who I am. That right there is a story you're telling yourself, and you need to stop because it's not. It is not the truth. We have these beliefs and these inner systems in our brains that are telling us that we think these things are true, but they're not. That is not the truth. So how do we start changing that? First of all, you have to create the vision of where you want to go. You have to start thinking in the future, and you have to start thinking like that person that wrote that vision. And there's a lot more to it. And if this is your thing, we got to connect and tell me, and I'll get you in my Facebook group, and we'll work on this together because I've got podcasts, books, all kinds of things to help you. I have the tools, and I don't sell them. This is not my thing. I'm not a coach. I don't want to be. I want to be able to help people that want the help, and I don't want to. Now, I'm going to say something. I said that because that was a little bit negative. I've had a coach, and I believe in coaches 100% because I wouldn't be where I am if I hadn't have paid thousands of dollars for the coaching that I have paid for. If you don't know how to do something, hire a coach to help you get there. That's how you do it. But you got to have the right mindset first. So design it. We're going to design this plan for you. How many transactions do you want this year? What needs to change in order to get there? Coaching, your diet, your habits. You have to be the one to go internally. And you have to look at your environment too. Like, where are you living? What's your office situation? And you know the best way to figure out what you do want is when you figure out what you don't want. When you find yourself crying, being unhappy, not having enough money, you know what? Stop and say, oh my gosh, so if this is what I don't want, what do I want? Write it down. Get it on your vision board. Do something with it so that you can change and start focusing on what it is that you do want. And limit your intake. Limit your intake of what you're scrolling through. No more doomsday scrolling. Like, we've got to start looking at the good things that are happening out there because there are still good things somewhere happening. But it's up to you to figure that all out. And competition. This is a big one. And I make a slide about it because competition and comparison kill joy. Like you might be at level 1 on those stairs and you might have just got your real estate license. And you're in there looking at Instagram and you're seeing this agent who's up on stair number 10, who's worked her butt off for the last 10 years and has figured all the stuff out. And you're like, oh, I could never be like that. Guess what? You're never going to be like that. But if you say, oh, I can't wait to be like that, what have I got to do to get there? You're going to climb those stairs so much faster. So no comparison. We all started at 0. Sometimes we started at 0 more than one time. All right, here's some ideas. This is a great place to really start with visualizing. These are just some of the tools that have really helped me. Meditating, reading, inspiring YouTube videos. Go find the people who are where you want to be and go and watch them. Yoga, walking, intentions. Intentions and I am statements are huge to rewire your brain. I am successful. I am a real estate agent who closes 50 deals a year. Start telling yourself those stories in the morning. Your intentions, healthy lifestyle. I mean, the older I get, I tell you, if I put something bad in my body, like my body's like, I don't want that. I'm going to make your back hurt and your hip hurt. And so it really does matter. And your brain not work. Like that's the biggest one, right? So figure out what internally is going on in your body, your brain, and do the things that you need to do to change it. And always have a coach. If you can't afford a coach, I'll be your free coach. Join my group, join my calls, and we'll do this together. All right, now I'm going to talk about the other pillars because my time is almost up. And I want to I want to just give you a high-level overview. So as you listen to all of this stuff today, you can write down what's missing in your own business and know that that's what you need to go out there and study and implement. So the first thing is branding. Who are you? What's your story? Branding is about so much more than just the colors, the logo. Like, yeah, I got my branding done. Here's my logo. Isn't it cute? It is, but what's your story and what are you telling your people? We're all influencers. We got our real estate license. We're leaders in our communities. It's your business to put yourself out there. So figure out where you are and all of that. Find the right people to follow to change it and start putting yourself on video and telling your stories because, let me smile real pretty for you.
Okay, yeah, do it. Perfect. Got it.
All right, people want to work with you. Like these are your people. You don't need 5 million people. You need like 100 people. That's it. Like create a community. We're going to talk about funnels with branding too. This is your audience. Here are a few. I want to talk about funnels for a minute because this is so important. This branding thing, you're branding yourself up here. Like I'm Dawn Loding. But I do all of these different things. I have a VIP database, also known as Sphere of Influence. I have communities. I do social media. I get leads from all of these things. But what is my top of funnel offer that I'm going to put out there to pull these people from these different funnels into my world? This is what it looks like. Your special offer is the marketing piece that's at the top of the funnel. That's all it is. So when you figure out your story and you find your audience and you figure out what funnel you're working on, think of this funnel as your Lofty account. That's where you manage the people. That's where they get to know you because you're sending a newsletter. You're sending them emails, not just spam emails. You're creating an email with a video in it maybe that says, hey, I'm Dawn Loding and I'm a great realtor here in New Braunfels, Texas, or whatever, but you're sending them valuable information. They came into your funnel by a marketing piece that you put out into the world, AKA landing page, newsletter, a guide, different things. So we can talk more about that later, and you're going to learn a lot about branding and the different things. But guess what? At the bottom of the funnel, when that buyer or that seller is ready to buy or sell, who are they going to call? They're going to call you because you have proven to them that you know what you're doing and you're a good real estate agent. But so many agents are like, I need now business. I need it right now. Well, guess what? You should have started working on your funnel 6 months ago because all the people that are ready to buy or sell real estate right now, they've been in somebody else's funnel and they love somebody else and not you. And that's why it's so hard. And that's why we're all like, where do I get this now business? Are these leads that we're getting, these free leads, like, are they good leads? There's no such thing as a bad lead unless it's, well, there is such thing because if you can't get their information, then it is a bad lead. But if they make their way into your funnel and they say, whatever they say, don't worry about it. Don't be tied to what they say right now. Get them into your funnel, send them the stuff anyway, get them on an alert. Lofty, 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 lofty. CRM, CRM, CRM. That is your relationship management system. It should be a foundational piece of your business. It is your business. Your website is the front door to your boutique business. And you, as a real estate agent, that's where it happens. So customize that website. Work on you. Work on your story so people that enter into your funnel get to know you. I talk a lot about offers. Like these are the top 3 funnels that I suggest: your VIP funnel, your passion community funnel. Community is huge. Where is your community? Who is your community? And when I say community, I'm going to talk a little bit more about communities here in a second. Oh, look, oops, sorry, my bad. I'm going to talk about passion communities a little bit more, but and then public, like a relocation guide. Who doesn't need a relocation guide that's moving to your city? Have you ever tried to like pretend like you're moving to another city and just go see what other agents are doing? Nothing. So if you created a great relocation guide for your city and you don't compare yourself to somebody else that did it, guess what? A lot of people are going to find you. Lofty can help you do that. So, oh, now I'm going backwards. Sorry. You are the people you spend your time with too, your communities. This is huge. I have several different things to say about communities, but we have a guest today that's going to talk about community, and pay attention because it's very important. But I think we have our some communities we really can't help, like our family. That's okay. Our friends community, we have our work community. One of the things I love about the broker that I'm at is the community that I have built. I've been able to thrive, and I love my work community. But I put multiple communities down here on these couple of things because you can have several referral communities, right? You can have several passion communities. For me, passion community is like my Jeep club. That's a passion community. I'm going to sponsor things in there. I'm going to hand things out as a real estate agent. I close deals for those people. Those people know Dawn's a realtor. Like, you know, they become friends. That's a community that I work. Nonprofit communities, those are great too. These are ways to build your systems. All right, I got to keep going. So foundations, these are just a few. These are a few that are the top ones, like that you have to have these set up. Your CRM first, VIP database, get your branding figured out. Make sure you're taking good care of your money because your money ain't going to show up for you if you're not taking care of it. It's going to run the other way. Canva, social media sites. What are your main social media sites? Pick one, perfect it, master it, be posting on it, and then go find another one. And Realtor basics. If you're a brand new agent, guess what? You need to be going to every class that your MLS, your local board of realtors is offering. Get those designations, build your confidence because confidence is huge. Confidence is what's going to make you or break you, quite honestly. And you build confidence by having repetition of the things that we do as real estate agents. So if you're not having enough showings, go show your neighbor houses. Like build your confidence so you know how to do these things and you show up as the leader. Automations, number one automation, time blocking. I share an abundance plan, like a guide that you guys will get if you join my community. And on that guide is where we're going to build all of this stuff that you're going to learn. And that's the first thing is you build the plan and then you time block what you need to be working on from your plan. And you create your own 9 to 5 or whatever your time frame is, and you do the work. But here are a few of the different automations that I suggest and I give away. So if you follow my stuff, like I give that away. My whole thing and the bottom line is that if you can dream it, have the courage to take action, and have discipline to stay on the right path, guess what? You're going to make it. There's the code. So that's it. Thank you, guys. Oh, yeah. So next. Oh, sorry. Guess who's next? All right, my code. Next, because of the community and all the stuff I just talked about is why I know this girl. This girl is awesome. And she is going to give you some stuff too. She's great with branding. She's great with systems. She is one of my dear friends, Sylvia Bates.